Interesting. Huh. Okay, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. This is kind of curious. I don't see the music. Which is kind of odd. Go to Studio. Go live. Well, it looks like I am live. But it's kind of odd. Let me know if you hear the music in the background. For whatever reason, Prism isn't showing the music. Up here anyplace. Unhide all. Unhide all who? Huh. That is really strange, isn't it? Anyway, as promised, we're going to try to do some little work with SSIS. We're going to try to work with 3 different data formats. We're going to use a simple as CSV file, a little more complicated Excel file, and a little more complicated still Postgres database to import. So we're going to try to import 3 different things, okay? I'm going to use a separate project for each one of the 3 things to kind of keep it nice and clean. Let's go over here. Just so you can see I have nothing up my sleeve. Let's check our data. Got a little CVS data right here. And you can see this is a very simple little thing here, nothing fancy whatsoever. That's what DimCust looks like. Very simple. Now I'll say right up front, the advantage to using Excel or another database is that SSIS automatically recognizes the column types. Okay, so let's start. So in other words, you'll see we do here with the CSV file. You have to tell it what type of column type you're working with. Okay. And you also have to define the. You also have to set up an empty table. Okay. So tell me, can you hear the music in the background? Because I don't hear anything anymore. Okay, so we got it. The first table will be a single column that contains a number or a letter. Or, okay, good. Let's come up here. We'll just copy this table right here. For our first, we're going to be using the DW Data Warehouse database.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, I lost everything. This is starting to be a little bit of a problem here. uh, I'm starting to get some of these memory errors, and it's causing my Windows to, on my VM machine to crash, as you saw there. Who knows? I may wind up switching to Arch Linux instead. You never know. Because I have gotten Postgres to work on Arch Linux, although I haven't. Well, I was having trouble with pgadmin on Arch Linux for some reason or other. No, actually, I had trouble with pgadmin on here, on my virtual machine for some odd reason. I kept getting like some type of loop error or something like that, so I switched to dbeaver. So if you are in the background there, stop by the chat session and say hi. And of course, most important of all, if you are on the video this evening, give me one of these, okay? I would really hate to rebuild this system. So again, it's not my main system that's crashed. It's my virtual machine that has Windows 11 on it with all my database and stuff, all my database and programming tools and stuff like that. So if this thing was to really crash hard and can't come back up, boy, that would be a huge pain. That'd be a massive pain. Although good, the thing is, nothing on there is really like critical data. It's all project data, which has nothing, which I could just start from scratch. Hmm. Ah, no, apparently no music and no. And the system's loading really slow. Let's see how it works this time. You know, interesting enough, you can in fact install SQL Server on on Linux. Well, I don't know if you can install. I don't know if you can install SSIS on Linux or not. It's taking a few moments for the taskbar to show up also. Hmm. That's not what we wanted, is it? So why did it start up? Okay, here we are again. Hopefully. What we're going to do, we're going to come over here. New query window. Taking a couple of minutes to get this to actually run. Let's come up here, do that. And create our table. Okay? And you can come back up here now. And there's our table. Now we come back over here, open up this. Let's see if we can get this to work now. Hopefully we can get all three of these SSIS processes to work before we hit the end. Let's remove these. Yeah, one thing I did learn is that you do have to install, as part of the install process for Visual Studio, you have to install a section that's called like data and storage, because part of that package is the data tools. Okay, now it's not quite the same as it was, but it still includes data tools. You have to have data tools in order to connect the input and the output sources. So we'll call this first project DW CSV. Now, even the idea of moving all this over to the underlying system still doesn't appeal to me. I still like to know what happened to the music. Are you hearing any music in the background? Because I'm certainly not. I didn't even see any way to add it to add it back into Prime Studio Prime, let's see here. Or to Prism Studio, Prism Live. Okay, so we got this here. First thing you do is you add a, what's it called, a data flow connection. And we'll see if I actually learned anything early today so I can get this thing to run the first time. Again, our goal is CSV, Excel, and Postgres in terms of input. Of course, it certainly is slowing down a system when I'm trying to run Prism Live in the background, that's for sure. Data flow task. Bulk insert task. I wonder what that is. Now we're looking for a flat file source. So you got source and you got destination. We're looking for a source. Come on, baby, we can get this CSV to run the first time, can't we, huh? We can do this. We can get this to run the first time. Now I will mention I did post another video for the YouTube support because I'm continuing to have the new connection. Because they still haven't resolved the because they still haven't really they still haven't fixed the problem with the two videos. You know, those are the videos that said that they streamed 54 years ago. That doesn't appear to, like, you know, phase them. And they keep saying that I'm not doing the program. What they keep saying is I'm not doing the let's do this as a there we go. Advanced preview. So that's all there is. It's just now what we can do here is we can run a test on this to make sure it's going to work. So we're batting 500 right now. Let me come up here. Alright, destination. And the difference here is that, if I recall properly, you have to you have to you have to specify the column type. We're going to do a new connection. Delete that. New. Come up here. Now here's the key. It should be this driver for the key is the has to be Microsoft LADB server. Okay. So you come over here. Name the server. Catalog. Catalog in our case means database. Mappings. Okay, it's time to hold our breath. See what happens. That's a very good sign. The two green arrows means it should have finished. It should have finished. So there's your first, as promised, that's your first of 3 connections. The next one's a little bit more interesting. The next one's XL. And we have to create an empty table. Okay, so let's come over here, open up our Excel file again. Now remember, the thing about, I think about Excel and going from database to database is, you don't actually have to define the columns. You have to create the table, but you don't have to define the columns within the column types inside of SSIS, as we did with the CSV file. So we'll use what? We'll use ChatGPT to write the table specs for us. could probably come up here and find out the last time I did it, but we'll see. Hey, we're in luck. There happens to be an SQL Server expert in the house tonight. Alright, we're on a roll now. Alright, I'm back over here now. As I said, I'm going to use 3 separate environments, just to make sure, go and try to juggle. Whether we could, of course, use individual data flows for each one of our imports, but I'm going to do it this way just so you can see it a little better. New project. And of course, this is one of those things that, you know, once you get to work once, it's like, I should have known that. You know, it's like, well, this is embarrassingly simple. You know what the key was? What the key was, loading that what's it called, data and storage package, which includes data tools. Because I was thinking that, you know, data tools was part of Visual Studio or part of the integration services projects, but it's not. It's actually separate. But that was the key. So anyway, DWSEXCL. Now the trouble is, if I can't get Prism's sound to work again, the playlist to work, well, I'm probably going to switch to OBS, for better or for worse. Let's start with the data flow task. Excel source. You know, there used to be an open source ETL tool called Telnet, but here in the last year or so, they probably the last year, they suddenly decided to, hey, we're going to take the project private and make a commercial product, and Telnet is no longer available. Browse. That's sort of interesting to me that it says that. See? Data, right? Is that right? Maybe it is. We'll check the columns and make sure. Okay, that's good. You notice we don't get the chance here to change the column types, and the reason is because it's using the column types from the Excel spreadsheet. Okay. Let's test this. Now, in case you came in late, I do have one favor to ask, and that is, of course, is this one right here. Okay, give me a big thumbs up. I would appreciate it. So what did it do? Did it run? So that ran fine. Let's see. Once again, I'm looking for OLE. Destination. Edit. New connection. Delete that. New. And again, the key thing is the Microsoft OLBDB driver for SQL Server. Right? Server name. Initial catalog. All right. Mappings. You got the mappings. Okay, good. Take another deep breath. Let's see what happens here. This looks good. And there you have it, my friends. Okay. Now the next one's a little bit trickier because we have to go into dbeaver. And we have to get the table description, the create table function, or the DDL function to create the table. So we have to convert it into SQL Server SQL. Wonder if it calls this is this over here. First recall I had two instances of it open. And there should be a way this right here. And again, because we're using with SSIS and connecting between two databases, you don't have to. We shouldn't have to define the column types. Let's come back over here again now, because it's going to be a little bit different. The syntax is a little bit different between Postgres and SQL Server. So we'll just simply say and we want to remind ChatGPT of what flavor of we need to remind ChatGPT of what flavor of SQL we're actually running, because there are some subtle differences. But, you know, they may have this, you know, same data type but with different names is what we saw here, I think. We're 2 for 2 so far. Can we bat 1,000 tonight? And of course, as always, while this is running, a quick reminder: if you give this video a big thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Hopefully next time on Monday morning I'll be able to update you. I'll be coming with some positive news back from YouTube support. Although I really don't have that much hopes. I really don't have that much hope that I'm going to get any resolution. But you know what? Hey, those videos are going to stay there and take up space on their hard drives until they either fix it or tell me they can't fix it, at which point I'll delete it. Good. Close. Don't save. We can wind up finishing this in a little over an hour, which is what is our magic number. You know you're a hardcore data guy when you get a little excited about a possibility of three examples all working in one evening. So we call this DW underscore PG. Waiting for IntelliSense. Who knows? Maybe one of these days someone will look at my videos posted to my LinkedIn account and say, you know what, this guy has potential. Let's give him a call. So source is going to be post. This is interesting. Oh, I know what the trouble is? We haven't included the flow. We didn't put the flow task in here. Postgres source. Edit. what the there is our I suppose we could cover and change if we wanted to, but the most important thing is it does a pretty good job of don't know what time is, but time period. Don't know what that is. Huh. Interesting. Okay. That doesn't look right to me, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, them extra columns didn't look right there to me. We'll see. Hmm. I forgot which one we're working with. That's kind of embarrassing. Now, I'm a little concerned about this because it doesn't look right. Because I think it's data we're looking for, maybe. Okay, yeah, it's data. That's why the columns don't make any sense. I was thinking customer, but it's not customer. It's data. Okay. Okay. This is definitely a deep breath time. What that means, my friends, that means it worked. How's that? 3 different examples, CSV, Excel, and Postgres database, using SSIS to import the data into a SQL Server 22 database in 1 minute and 1 hour, or 2 minutes. And finally, again, before we one last chance here, give me one of these, I'd appreciate it, okay? And there you go. That is your dim data table. With that, my friends, that brings this session to a close. I'll see you Monday morning at midnight.